This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, March 22nd, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Here's a sentence I never thought I would say. It was a contentious meeting at the board for Anne Arundel County Public Library. Yesterday afternoon, the board was considering 16, quote, possibly controversial LGBTQ plus diversity and health programs that were scheduled to take place in the library. Now, if you remember, what happened is that the board decided to pull those and keep them in limbo because they were hearing from constituents that they didn't want programs such as the Drag Queen Storytime, which they held last year up in Glen Burnie. Management of the library, notably CEO Skip Auld, argued that it's not the board's place to pick and choose what programs the library should support. Now, the programs in question include a gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender film festival, drag queen story times, teen book talks with Annapolis Pride, lunch and learn program with a transgender woman, an LBGTQ plus teen leadership program, rainbow story times for Pride Month, and the Human Library. The board appears to want to control the programs, whereas Mr. Auld feels that it's his prerogative to control the programs, as it should be. However, the board did vote to allow these 16 programs to go ahead. However, they did not vote to allow Auld the ability to control the programs. This saga will continue, so stay tuned. Governor Hogan had some harsh words for the National Park Service as he sent a letter to our federal delegation asking that the Baltimore-Washington Parkway be turned over to Maryland. Currently, it is operated and maintained by the National Park Service, and in his letter, Hogan said, "We have reached a breaking point with potholes, congestion, crashes, and debris. The conditions are unacceptable for Maryland commuters, and our administration needs your support for this transfer initiative now more than ever." Now, because the Park Service has not been able to maintain the highway, they have reduced the speed limit from 55 miles an hour to 40 miles per hour. Arguably, it makes it safer, but it certainly makes it a lot more slow. Also in his letter, Hogan continued, as public outrage has grown, NPS has increasingly demonstrated it is simply not up to the task of maintaining that parkway. Earlier last year, Maryland did approach them about taking over the roadway, and at that time they were told that the parkway is as sacred to them as Yellowstone National Park. That's kind of a crazy analogy in my book. The University of Maryland Medical Systems Board has asked their CEO, Robert Trenick, to take a temporary leave of absence effective Monday. UMMS Chairman Stephen Birch made the announcement yesterday afternoon as reports continue to come in on business deals that UMMS board members have with the nonprofit system, which have raised concerns about conflicts of interest and improper and self-dealing. It's kind of interesting that is a 30-member board. Baltimore Mayor Catherine Pugh is involved in that and is under a lot of scrutiny. 2 University of Maryland Medical System board members have already resigned. 4 more have been asked to take a leave of absence. Now, if my math is right, that's 7 out of 30. That's about a quarter of the board that's doing all sorts of self-dealing. You just watch that one. They're going to peel back the layers of that onion, and it's going to stink. Comcast just announced a new service that they're offering, and it's aimed at cord cutters. And I don't quite understand it. It's now called the Xfinity Flex, which is a 4K HDR streaming device that will cost $5 a month. Their executive vice president of Xfinity Services, Matt Strauss, described it as, quote, the new dashboard of the home. Now, the device is somewhat of a mashup between X1 and streaming devices like the Amazon Fire Stick or the Fire Cube. They say it is capable of streaming free content, apps with 10,000 free movies and TV shows, subscription services, music channels, home security video, and accessing XFi, which is Comcast's Wi-Fi management platform. You can also rent or buy content through their on-demand program. So I'm not really sure what this really does that it doesn't do now. Seems to me they're just going to provide a box for your TV with half of the capability for half of the price. And we always try to end on a little bit of a lighter note. This is an update to an update. If you remember, there was a tragic fire earlier in the week where the police found a burned-out RV with a body inside. A day later, they arrested Jason Nichols of Glen Burnie. And Jason's not the smartest banana in the bunch. Police have released exactly how they caught him. And apparently, he left a bag of things at the scene that included his name and his address. Currently, he is being held without bond at the Jennifer Road Detention Center, and apparently he's also being held without a brain. All right, that's about it for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. You never know what's coming down the pike. Give us a recommendation to your friends, family, and colleagues. And if there's any place where you can leave a recommendation or a review, please do that. It is Friday, so we've got our list of things to do this weekend, and we have a lot of them. We also have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast. He's coming up in just a minute after this message from Mac Medics.
Have you ever been to the Annapolis Mall when it opens for the day? Maybe you've noticed the line of folks waiting to get into the Apple Store. As you may know, I'm a Mac user, and today's episode of the Daily News Brief, in fact, all of the episodes of the Daily News Brief have been produced right here on my Mac computer. What you might not know about is Mac Medics. They were founded here in Annapolis in 1989, and they are an Apple-authorized premium service provider, the only one in the Baltimore-Annapolis, D.C. area. And what that means to you is that they repair all Apple devices, including the iPhone screens and batteries, all without an appointment. And most repairs are done the same day, usually within 2 hours. They also sell everything except the iPhone and the watch for the same price as Apple. I don't know why you would go anywhere else. Give them a call at 410-757-MACS, or if you're not into the whole letter thing, 410-757-6227. Stop by their retail store in Severna Park on Benfield Road, or their service center in Lanham, right off of Route 50. Or you can always check them out online at macmedics.com. I'll tell you, they've saved me quite a few times, and I know they can save you.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
What's better than hitting the lottery? Yep, getting me talking about the weather. George is away from the microphone today, so you're stuck with me, and here we go. We were under a flood watch until about 4 a.m. this morning, so just be prepared for soggy, wet ground and flashbacks to last summer. Today, the weather looks pretty good. It's going to be partly cloudy, but rain is gone, which is a good thing. There will be a solid breeze all the way into tonight, and temperatures are going to be in the mid-40s. Saturday, it's going to be cloudy all day. No rain. Yay, good job. Not quite as windy, but it will definitely be breezy, and temperatures again in the mid-40s. The best day of the weekend weather-wise looks to be Sunday. The sun will peek out a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit. It'll be colder in the morning, approaching freezing actually in the early morning, but warms up very nicely to nearly 60 degrees by mid-afternoon. As to Monday, I'm not sure what's going to happen. George will be back with that forecast on Monday morning. But the smartest thing is not to take my word for any of this. Head on over to dmvweather.com for all the up-to-date weather information. You can follow George at DCMDVA Weather on Twitter, or you can check him out on Facebook. That way you can always stay, what is it he always says? Weather informed.
Dirty house? Call a spouse. That's right. Facts are, men don't always listen when it comes to cleaning the house. Spouses Cleaning Houses does. They clean almost anything. Fridge, oven, tub, showers, walls, porches, floors, ceilings, carpets, upholstery, tables, counters, pictures, mirrors, lights, fans, windows. They even take out the trash. Spouses Cleaning Houses has more than 13 years experience maintaining sparkling clean homes in and around Annapolis with respect and dedication. The friendly and flexible cleaning professionals at Spouses listen, understand, and act to meet nearly all your cleaning requests. For that breath of fresh air, clean feel, call a spouse at 410-571-9428 or at spousescleaninghouses.com. Just in time for your summer get-togethers, they're offering a spectacular summer savings, 20% off your first cleaning. That's right, save 20%. Just call a spouse, 410-571-9428 or at spousescleaninghouses.com. Spouses Cleaning Houses. Men may not listen. The spouses do.
Every weekend, there's something exciting going on in the Annapolis area. Be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net to sign up for a newsletter highlighting all the weekend events. Here are our top picks for this weekend.
Thank God it's...
Yes, it is the weekend, and it is one of my favorite weekends of the year. The Annapolis Film Fest is in town for the 7th year running, and they've got a bunch of good films. You can get all the information at AnnapolisFilmFestival.com. Tickets for individual films are $15 a piece, and you can get a day pass for either Friday, today, or tomorrow, or Sunday for $50, and that gives you unlimited films throughout the day. The ones that are on my radar that I'm hoping to see over the next 3 days: Villains, In Reality, Who Killed Lieutenant Van Dorn, which has a lot of connection to the U.S. Naval Academy. He was a graduate. General Magic, This Changes Everything, Pulitzer, Voice of the People, Fishbowl, Solace, The Cold Blue, Memphis Belle, and there's one or two more that I'm on the fence about. Definitely give AnnapolisFilmFestival.com a look and find a film to see. It'd be a perfect weekend to do it. And if you want to head over to the MarylandCrabs.com, you can hear some of the podcasts that we did with several of the directors for a bunch of them. If you need a little bit of a retail therapy break, head on over to Lilac Bijoux this evening from 6 to 8 p.m. as they celebrate their grand opening in their new location. They moved a little bit up Main Street. They're now at 180 Main Street, Suite 101, and they will have some appetizers and some drinks, a trunk show for jewelry, a gift with a purchase, and a toast to the new store. Congratulations to Lilac Bijoux on your new location, and it looks really nice. I was peeking in the window. Tomorrow from 11 to 4 up at Homestead Gardens, it is the Davidsonville Green Expo. This is put on by the Davidsonville Area Civic Association and Homestead Gardens, and it will feature a ton of exhibitors offering information, education, demonstrations, all on environmentally friendly products, how to live a sustainable lifestyle, lawn and garden techniques, and everything else. It is free to attend. Gets underway at 11 a.m., goes till 4 p.m. So before you get too deep into your spring plantings, head on out to Homestead Gardens. If you want to laugh at some people, as opposed to laughing at a film at the film festival, you can head across the bridge, and that would be the Bay Bridge, to Cult Classic Brewing in Stevensville. Free Range Improv is having one of their first shows on the Eastern Shore that I know of. Gets underway at 7 p.m. at the brewery. Goes till about 9:30. Tickets are available at the door or online. You can get them at freerangeimprov.com. They're $10 a piece, and if you are a fan of improv or just any kind of comedy, these guys are well worth it to see. They're based locally here in Annapolis, and that would be a fun night out for anybody. The address of the brewery is 1169 Shopping Center Road in Stevensville, and it's Shopping Center Road because they just name all their roads really boring things. Real quick, also looking into Monday, the 25th, this is an important meeting. The City of Annapolis is calling public meetings to have people give their input as to what they want to see in a new police chief. The city is going to be hosting 4 of these meetings. The first one gets underway on Monday, and this is at the American Legion Post on Forest Drive in Annapolis. It gets underway promptly at 7. It will go till 8:30. Bring your thoughts, bring your concerns, and let them be known. If you missed that one, there's another one on April 1st at 7 p.m. at the Eastport Fire Station, April 2nd at 7 p.m. at the Pip Moyer Rec Center, and finally April 4th at 7 p.m. at Mount Olive Church. All right, those are our picks. Have fun this weekend. Whatever you do, please do it responsibly because we will see you here on Monday.
Join Anne Arundel Medical Center Foundation on Saturday, April 27, 2019 at our Denim and Diamonds Bash in Annapolis. Denim and Diamonds is a fun evening under the stars featuring fabulous cuisine and gourmet food trucks, live and silent auction, and a live band. Last year, AAMC cared for more than 2,000 patients in our emergency departments suffering from mental illness or addiction. Help us expand much-needed inpatient and outpatient programs and services for your community. For tickets and sponsorships, visit aamcdenimanddiamonds.org. Special thanks to our platinum sponsors, AAMC medical staff, the Chesapeake Bayhawks, Comcast, the Evan K. Thallenberg family, What's Up Media, and WRNR.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.